So, we're here today with...
I'm Simon, also go by the name of Moni'Ye, son of Yoni and Aditi. I was born and raised in Arlington, Texas, and been in Austin, Texas for the past 6-ish years.
So, what it is you...
I just looked at the thing like, what do you have to say?
What is it you do?
So I rap, I songwrite, I attempt to sing, and I collaborate. And I attempt to produce as well.
When doing all of these different creative ventures, what makes your space unique?
I think my space is unique because it is, I think 100% raw and just transparent and very reflective. And I think it's also, I think it's a safe space, to express, not just for myself, but for others.
How does your space define your music?
It defines it in many ways. I think there's simple things I think I keep around my space as simple reminders of kind of who I am, but also what inspires me. And so, if you look just around the room, we got tapestry here of like a sunset, and that's just in the mountains. The mountains are like my favorite place in the world. And then just like a Bob Marley freedom flag, just like always like trying to strive to be like a positive force. And I've got this painting by my dad and shit, and it just kind of reminds me of like family. And I think there's these simple reminders kind of like help me write, and while writing stay true to who I am, if that makes sense. And then I like to keep my space open because I feel like I have a lot of thoughts, so I need space to kind of move around as I'm moving through these thoughts, if that makes sense.
How do you operate daily in coming back to this space that you created when you're making music?
Man, I'm not gonna lie, this is my favorite place in the world after a long day. No cap. I think that I've worked very hard to create a haven, essentially. I've, took the time to really organize my room and just like my space and my workstation in a way where it's peaceful and it allows me to really have be with myself and really have that me time and think.
What would you say are your biggest influences on your creativity?
I think those who I surround myself with, so would that be like family, friends, things like that. And then I would say music, 100%.
With you being at the beginning, what does that entail for the rest of your creative process and your growth?
I think it means that there's a lot of things I want to expand on as far as like my musical tool belt and skill sets. Also just like certain things I want to achieve, but I want to be able to take it one thing at a time, right?
In the beginning of your career, how do you want your music to affect you?
I just want it to connect, that's it. I just want it to be a resource for others to feel a little less alone, and for them to use it to escape if needed, and ultimately just be a positive force. I just want, if they can do that, good.
How does the world around you influence your work?
The past, 7 months really since post lost Sanity and 2020, COVID, right? Everything that's been going on. I feel like one, it's time is very valuable, I think, and I think it's shown me that you really don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So as far as that just I think put me in a different state of mind as far as like how I approach my work. I think I've been working a lot harder, and because of it. And then I would also say just resources and interactions with people. You can't get to the studio as frequently. You can't have many people in the studio. You can't just be just seeing anybody, right? So I think it also forced me to identify a very close-knit group of people I really trust, both personally and creatively, and really invest into those people and nurture those relationships and really, just really grind and really make the most of the time we got.
I know how you said your room and your space is very important. So how does the space above affect your imagination and your creative process when making music?
Man, I mean, thinking about space, I think infinite, you know what I mean? Limitless. So when thinking about my music, I think, and just life in general, right? You can be anything, you can do anything, and there's really no limitations on what you can do, you know? So I just think that the way it affects that my imagination is, you know, why not shoot for the stars, you know? I mean, worst thing, you land on the moon, and that's not bad either.
Where do you see yourself right now as an artist?
Right now, I see myself, I would say, at the very beginning of my journey. You know, if it's a, think about it as a travel, right? I feel like I just got on the highway, essentially. So, you know, I had my car packed for a little bit. You know, I prepped for this trip, and you know, I feel like I've been driving for a little while. But I feel like I really just got on the highway to where now it's, you know, we're really about to speed up.
Where do you see yourself going on your musical journey?
Hopefully far. I hope it's far enough to where I can give back to all those who gave so much to me, and far enough to where it influences many others.
And you said rock. HUBBLEDVISION, we present Moni'Ye with a nice little token of our appreciation.
Was it your dramatic ass song playing?